this video of Diary of Wimpy Kid Logic Rules, we will be doing some chapters, so let's just do it. Thursday. Today was Thanksgiving, and it started off like it always does, with Aunt Laura showing up 2 hours early. Mom always makes me and Roger entertain Aunt Laura, and that means talk to her until the rest of the family shows up. The biggest fights me and Roderick ever had over who has to greet her first. The rest of the family shows around 11. Dad's brother, Uncle Joe, and his kids were the last ones to show up around 12:30. Uncle Joe's kids called Dad the same thing. Hi, Fonk. Mom thinks it's really cute, but Dad swears that Uncle Joe tells his kids to do it on purpose. Things are pretty tense between Dad and Uncle Joe because Dad is still mad at Uncle Joe for something he did last Thanksgiving. Back then, Manny had just started potty training, and he was doing pretty good. In fact, he was probably about 2 weeks from being out of diapers. But Uncle Joe did something to Manny that changed everything. Better look out for the potty monster, little fella. It was 6 months before Manny would even step a foot in the bathroom again. Every time Dad changed a dirty diaper after that, I heard him cursing Uncle Joe under his breath. We had dinner around 2 o'clock, and then people went into the living room to talk. I didn't feel like talking, so I went in the family room to play video games. Eventually, I guess Dad had enough of the family, so he went downstairs to work on his Civil War battlefield. But he forgot to lock the door to the furnace room, and Uncle Joe walked in after him. Uncle Joe seemed pretty interested in what Dad was working on, so Dad told him all about it. Dad gave Uncle Joe this big speech about the 150 regiment and the whole role it played at Gettysburg, and spent about half an hour describing the whole battlefield. But I don't think Uncle Joe was really listening to Dad speak. Nice toys, big brother. Thanksgiving didn't last too much longer after that. Dad went upstairs and turned up the thermostat until it got stuffy and everyone cleared out. And that's pretty much how Thanksgiving ends every year at our house. December. Saturday. You remember how I said Mom and Dad were going to eventually find out about Roderick's party? Well, it finally happened today. Mom sent Dad out to pick out some pictures from Thanksgiving, and when Dad got back, you could tell he wasn't happy about something. The picture in Dad's hands was from Roderick's party. It looked like one of Roderick's friends accidentally took a picture with Mom's camera, which she keeps on the shelf above the stereo. And when he took the picture, it captured the whole scene. Roderick tried to deny that he had a party, but everything was right there in the picture, so there wasn't any point. Mom and Dad took away Roderick's car keys and told him his punishment is that he's not allowed to leave the house for a whole month. They were even mad at me because they said I was Roderick's accomplice, so I got hit with a 2-week video game ban. Sunday. Mom and Dad have been all over Roderick's case ever since they found out about his party. Roderick usually sleeps until 2 in the afternoon on weekends, but today Dad made Roderick get out of bed by 8 a.m. Making Roderick get out of bed early is a pretty big blowout and a big blow to him because Roderick loves to sleep, and one time last fall Roderick slept for 36 hours straight. He slept all the way from Sunday night until Tuesday morning, and he didn't even realize he missed a whole day of his life until Tuesday night. Hey, where's Monday Night Football? But it looks like Roderick has found a way around the 8 o'clock rule. Now, when Dad tells Roderick to get out of bed, Roderick just drags his stuff upstairs with him and he sleeps on the couch until time for dinner. So I guess you gotta give this round to Roderick. Tuesday. Mom and Dad were going away for this weekend, and they dropped me and Roderick off at Grandpa's. They said they were gonna let us stay home, but we proved we can't be trusted on our own. Grandpa lives over in Lister Towers, which is the old folks' home. I had to spend a week there with Roderick a few months ago, and it was the low point of my whole summer. Manny is staying with Grandma this weekend, and I'd give him anything to trade places with him. Grandma always has her fridge stocked with soda and cake and stuff like that. And she has a cable TV with all the movie channels. The reason Manny is going to Grandma's because Manny is Grandma's favorite. And all you need to do is take one look at her refrigerator to prove it. But if anyone ever accuses Grandma of showing favorites, she gets all defense. I love all my grandchildren the same. And not just the pictures on the fridge either. Grandma has many drawings and all stuff hanging up around her house. The only thing that Grandma has for me is that this note I wrote her when I was 6. I was mad at her because she wouldn't give me any ice cream before dinner, so here's what I wrote. I hate you, Grandma. Grandma has kept that note all these years, and she's still holding it over her head. And this is what my wonderful grandson Gregory made for me. I guess every grandparent has their favorites, and I guess I understood that. But at least Grandpa is up front about me. Gregory is my favorite. Saturday. Well, Mom and Dad dumped me and Roderick off at Grandpa's today, just like they said they were going to do. I started looking for ways to entertain myself, but there's nothing in Grandpa's condo that's fun to do. So I just sat down with him and watched TV, but Grandpa doesn't even watch real shows. He just keeps the TV on, turned to the security camera that's in front of the lobby of his building. And after a few hours of that, you start to go a little nuts. Oh, sure, baby Grossman has time to go out for a 3-hour walk, but he doesn't have time to return my vacuum. At about 5 o'clock, Grandpa made us dinner. Grandpa makes his awful thing called watercress salad, and it's the worst thing you ever tasted. Basically, a bunch of cold green beans and cucumbers floating in a pool of vinegar. Roderick knows I hate watercress salad more than anything, so the last time we stayed at Grandpa's, Roderick made sure to pile it on my plate. Greg loves watercress salad, and I had to sit there and choke down every bite so Grandpa's feeling wouldn't be hurt. And I guess that what I got as a reward for cleaning my plate. Here you go. Tonight Grandpa gave us our salad, and I acted like I was gonna eat it. But then I stuffed it into my pocket when no one was looking. It felt pretty disgusting when the cold vinegar started running down my leg. But believe it was about 1,000 times better than having to eat it. After dinner, the three of us went into the living room. Grandpa has all these really old board games, and he always makes me and Roger play with him. He has this one game called Gutbusters, where one player reads a card and the other player tries not to laugh. I always beat Grandpa mostly because the jokes don't make any sense to me. Putting a comic policy before fiscal responsibility is like putting the cart before the horse. Ha ha ha. I always beat Roderick too. But that's because Roderick loses on purpose. Whenever it's my turn, I read a card. He makes sure he has a big mouthful of milk. Bah, ah, ah. At 10 a.m. I was ready for bed, but Roderick called the coach, and that meant I had to sleep with Grandpa again. And I can say is, if Mom and Dad were trying to teach me a lesson for covering for Roderick, well, mission accomplished. Could you put my teeth in the glass? Alright, boys, that's the end of this video. If you want to see my next video of Roderick rules, then hit the like button and comment. So subscribe, and see you guys in the next video tomorrow. Bye.